Hello and a warm welcome to Season 3 Episode 2 of The Head Coach. My name's Daniel and coming up today we've got a big doubleheader as promised in the National League against Grimsby away and then Wrexham at home. But first, since our last game, we've also got a transfer to talk about. So let's go and have a look at what our Director of Football's done. It's a position we didn't really need. It is a slight strengthen and closer to Hammerline and standard from last year, but we've got a left back, Jack Senior, familiar to me as a Luton fan. He's currently there in real life. He's a good left back. He's 3-star current ability, 4-star potential, and he's only 22 years of age. He's a slight upgrade on Ilasami, but probably not quite as good going forward, in particular as Hammerline was last year. But we're quite happy with that signing as it brings us back up to strength in one of the positions we'd lost out. Still no news on strikers or midfielders though, so we've still only got the two wingers at the club, which is a bit of a worry. In other news, we've had plenty of games since the opening day of the season, and you can see we've become the draw specialists. So we've actually drawn 5 of our 7 opening games in the National League, including that first game against York on camera in the last episode. Since then, we played at home against Morecambe and drew 1-1 with Jake Hyde getting back to scoring ways this season. We then got our only win of the season, a very comfortable result away at Woking, where Ryan Bird got both of the goals. Pinnock came back into the team and then got injured, so we're down to 2 wingers again. We then had our one disappointing defeat of the season. We got absolutely outplayed at home to Borehamwood. Galifuco got the goal, but Jake Hyde picked up a knock and we were comfortably beaten. We then had a couple of dull 0-0s, firstly at home to Salford, and then away against Halifax, where Ryan Bird missed a late penalty with the chance to give us the win. We haven't got any penalty takers with a stat in double figures, so we're always a bit concerned when we get one. We're never really that confident of converting. In the last game, we had another exciting draw against Hartlepool. We always draw 2-2 against them, except from in the playoffs, apparently. Ryan Bird back with 2 goals in that game, and you can see again Ryan Hall was the star man in midfield with a rating well in the 8s. All of that leaves us in mid-table in the league. We're picking up a point a game, which is what you need to stay up, so I guess by that ratio we're doing the job, but we're only on 8 points after 7 games. The positives, we've only lost 1 game, that puts us up in the top 7, but we've only won 1 game, which probably puts us down with the relegation candidates. So it's a bit early to tell what's going to happen this season, but it largely depends on how many more injuries we get, I think. So let's get straight into the first of this doubleheader. We're away against Grimsby. It's a tough game. They're the favourites to win the league. Where have they started? They're down in 23rd, sorry. What's gone on there? They've only got 4 points so far this season, so I guess picking Alan Rodgers over me didn't work out too well for him, did it? Well, let's hope that doesn't change today. You can see we've got a couple of doubts in Pinnock and Bellamy. Very limited squad to choose from. So a fairly familiar lineup. Obviously Jack Senior's coming in for his debut, but other than that, it's pretty much as we have been for the season. We've got Walker in goal, a back four of Pike, Parry, Galifuco and the new boy Senior. Tracy and Hall on the wings with Ashby and Brundle in central midfield, and a front 2 of Bird and Hyde. A Younger's back fit on the bench. Spencer Adams, Coventry and Ilasami and Passley make up the rest of the bench now. And the 2 loan signings by our Director of Football are useless and not even in the squad. So let's get into it. We're still playing with the exact same mentality. We've got to give Jack Senior a squad number because he hasn't been here yet. Let's do it automatically. I don't know why I'm trying to pick it. Yeah, give him the sub-keeper's number. You've already got 3 and haven't used it, so why not? Right, we're playing against a 4-4-1-1. There's a few familiar names in there. Balanta being a key man, we can see. And they've got some good players, so I think they might cause us a bit of trouble. But let's be optimistic. We've had a decent season. We've only lost 1 game. Surely things won't go too badly wrong. But Grimsby have got the kick-off. They're probably going to build some early attacks against us. I expect them to still have more of the possession and be the better side with 5 in midfield. But it's whether we can hold out and hit them on the counter. There's a first touch for Senior and it looked like he was just about to hoof it away there. 5 minutes in, not much to speak about, but Grimsby have got their first meaningful attack now. Get the cross into the box, which Senior heads away, but it falls to them 25 yards out. It took a nasty deflection, but Walker again with great shot-stopping abilities to get it wide. The corner comes in and we've headed away. It's the only team I'd say I've been at in this season's version, and I've actually felt confident from set pieces. I think we've defended them pretty well. I know we've got a fairly big side, 2 target men and not much ability on the floor, but you still expect to let in a few goals from corners, and they've done alright, these ones. Here they come down the right again. They seem to be dominating with that extra man. Balanta's just dropping in and playing round us as an unmarked man. And they build again with Balanta. He's 30 yards out now, but Ashby makes a challenge, but his clearance deflects. And that's a great ball down the left for him. They've cut it back to the edge and Knott's put it wide. There are some warning signs already for us. We haven't had a shot at all yet. They've had 3 already and had 1 on target, which Walker saved. But it's not been the best of starts. But again, we're only looking for a draw, the same as the York game at the start of the season. If we can keep picking up points, we're in a good position. And hopefully our director of football will actually use the last grand of the wage budget eventually. He's still got a little transfer budget if he wants to bring in a lower player. As we get our first attack with Brundle's free kick, but that's awful. I don't know why he's trying to shoot there when we've got such a big team. We've got the instructions on, to put the ball into the box, so I don't know why that's going. But there we go, we've got another attack coming now. Pike's put it to Ashby on the edge of the box. It's a lovely ball in, but it's intercepted. It was a nice disguise though. Ashby with a bit of quality from the holding role to hold the star man so far this season. Crosses it to Bird, and that's a great delivery from Ryan Hall. We're 1-0 up with another goal from Bird. He started this season brilliantly, but Ryan Hall's delivery has made such a difference to us. Without him, I think we'd probably be down with Grimsby on 4 or 5 points this season. But can Grimsby come back into the game? It looks like they're probably going to be dominating the play still. It doesn't mean we're going to be a possession side all of a sudden. We've got a warning to close down their striker, which we'll do. But Balanta's really starting to concern me, dropping into this hole, and look how much space he's got. He finds his man Billy Knott, who's put it miles wide, thankfully. Things are looking rather good here. We haven't looked under too much stress. I know we've had a few shots against us and they've had the better of the play, but they haven't scored many yet. Oh, Bird into hide and it's saved. I haven't scored many yet. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Not that they haven't scored many yet, but they haven't created many dangerous chances or clear opportunities. Hall with a set piece back to Tracy, gets to the edge and shoots. It's deflected and ricochets around, but it's cleared away. And now they've got 3 on 2. This is where we start to worry. From attacking set pieces, we're always liable on the break. I've teetered with bringing an extra player back, but then it just means we don't create anything up top. The cross comes in, but Mitch Walker is a safe pair of hands as usual. He's really started to impress me actually. He's improving. He's still a fairly young keeper. I think he's still in his 20s. I know he's made 200 appearances. Yeah, he's only 27, so he could make God knows how many appearances for this club. As Bird's in again, and what a goal that is. What a pass through from Jake Hyde. I wasn't expecting that from him. He hasn't shown anything like that this season. He's not got many assists to his name since he's been at the club. He's usually been the man on the end of things, but Ryan Bird this season has taken over that mantle superbly. Grimsby got the long ball, but it's fallen to the new boy senior. It's a lovely pass out to Hull. I don't know if those two would have ever been at Luton together to play, but Hyde's put Bird in again, but it's just overhit this time. That's a bit more like the quality we're used to. But Grimsby can't get out, and Tracy's bringing it forward again, and now he's been forced back a bit, but we're keeping possession nicely. The long ball up from Pike, and it's going to be cleared away via the keeper for Grimsby. It's a big long hoof down the pitch, and Galifiuco's dealt with that easily. I know we're giving it away a bit, but we're looking really, really comfortable in this game so far. Balanta's put Harrison in, as I said, that, and Walker saves. Looked a bit offside to me, but nothing given. That's just about half time then. We could not have asked for a better first half than that. Although we have been solid most of this season, we really haven't looked like scoring lots of goals, so this is a bit of a turn up for the books. There's another cliche for you, so let's get rid of that. We'll say, well done, keep it up. There's nothing more we can say. It's been a great performance. We hope Ryan Bird can get a hat-trick. He's had a couple of braces already this season. He's also missed a penalty, so let's hope it's not via that. Long ball forward and Grimsby have to clear for a throw. That long ball into the channel seems to be working great. They don't know how to deal with it and just concede set pieces. There's another long kick from Grimsby that Galifiuco wins. He's been good today so far, but he's been caught out there and Harrison got in behind, but his finish is really poor. And I don't know why the assistant manager was telling us to close him down if that's the best he can do in front of goal. But they've got another set piece which we deal with well again. Knott's got the rebound, but it's deflected wide via Ashby. We've got a warning to close down Dembele now. I'm sure that name's familiar to me. I think as I'm recording this, he might have scored for Peterborough against Luton yesterday in real life. I'm almost certain of it. But here they come, deflecting around from the corner, and he's offside. We are defending the set pieces so well. It's a stark contrast to the Bognor Regis side where we were just struggling so much. We were letting in almost all our goals from them. Brundle's bringing it forward again with Jake Hyde now holding the ball up. He goes back to senior. Ashby finds Hull. Hull with a wonderful ball in, and Bird's got his hat-trick. What a performance from both of them men. Ryan Hull now with 2 assists from pinpoint perfect crosses. And Ryan Bird has been on the end of everything and not missed a chance in this game. This is the best performance I can remember since we joined Dover, and that's in the whole season and a quarter now. Senior heads the ball away, and Thompson's going to bring it forward for them. They've got Balanta in the hole again, and I tell you what, that looked a good effort. Wasn't a million miles away. We do have to think about bringing Senior off towards the end. He hasn't got any match fitness at all. He hasn't had the best of games, but he's been solid, if not spectacular. We're going to bring Ilasami on. He's been playing this season so far. We'll give Ashby a rest for Coventry in the middle. Are we going to make the other sub yet? Bird's got a hat-trick, so let's give him a rest. We'll bring a Younger on, see if he can use his pace on the counter-attack. A great performance from Ryan Bird, and I hope he gets the standing ovation from however many away fans we've bought, probably about 20. 10 minutes to go then. Looks like the game's going to be over now. We've just got to keep ourselves professional. Brundle's got the ball into Hyde. Hyde finds a Younger. Can he get the ball wide? He's picked the wrong option. Tracy was in there if he'd slotted the ball across. But Grimsby are bringing it away a bit too slowly, and we're able to get men back in numbers before they can get through us. Coventry heads away to Brundle. A Younger on the counter-attack. Well played him. Hyde's got the ball now. Can he get a through ball in? He finds Brundle with a simple pass into a Younger, and that's 4. What has happened? We've barely scored a goal this season, and suddenly we're just hammering Grimsby. These guys are the favourites for the title, and I bet they're regretting not employing me now. That could have been you guys, but nevertheless, we're going to get the win, and we're going to be comfortably into the top half. Coventry finds Tracy, and I thought we'd got 5 there. That was probably one of the easiest chances of the game, but it remains 4-0, and I don't think we can have too many complaints about the performance or result. Tracy's even had a good game despite that finish. I just don't know what Grimsby saw in Alan Rodgers to give him the job. Surely they wanted a bit of this. Coventry puts the ball in. It's brought down and deflects around, but this time they have got it clear. It's full time. We have somehow won 4-0 at Grimsby. Bar the first 20 minutes, we absolutely dominated the game. Balanta looked a bit threatening for them, but they had nothing in and around him to help him out, and that is a wonderful performance. We can't say anything other than how excellent that was, and this should give us a great deal of confidence going into the Wrexham game in a few days' time. The only thing I've noticed is Brundle was getting a bit tired, and I forgot it was in 3 games, so I didn't give him a rest. Now let's see what they've said about this one. Correctly assessed, we did demolish Grimsby, and that is a real turn up for the books. Second time of the episode we got that cliche in, we love that one. Senior makes his debut, we're happy enough with that, and a Younger ended his goal drought. I think he was 8 games, yeah, so that's a great performance for us. We can't say anything negative to Bird. Superb in front of goal, 3 good chances, 3 goals, and hopefully we'll put on just as confident a display when we come back for the Wrexham game in a minute. Right, we're back for the second of our double-header at home to Wrexham. They're up in second place in the league, so I think we're about to see a contrast in performances from our opposition. They're in strong form, although they did lose the last game by the looks of it, so hopefully that can give us a little bit of optimism going into it. We're going to keep our 11 exactly the same. Brundle's not quite fit, but he's not far enough off that I'm not going to play him. We're going to keep the exact same 16, so Walker in goal, Pike, Parry, Galafuco Senior, Tracy, Brundle, Ashby Hall, and Bird and Hyde, a hat-trick hero Bird, still in the team. We've got a subs bench as before of Pasley, Ilasami, Coventry, Spencer Adams and a Younger. Ilasami will still be on the bench until Senior's match fit. But let's get straight into it and see if we can get another positive result going forward for this one. Wrexham are playing the 4-4-2 again. Again, they've got a couple of good players. JJ Hooper up front, Aaron Cool in the middle. They've got a couple of decent players. We're really going to have to be at our best to get through this one. So let's go into the dressing room. We're back to our favourite team talk. Pick up where you left off because we've got a win to talk about. Only the second time this season we've had that. The first time we went and lost the next game, so let's hope that doesn't happen again. Talk about the momentum and how positive our run's been. Although we haven't won many games, we have had this talk about, oh, you're 4 games unbeaten now, because obviously we had the 2-0 nils, then the 2-2 at Hartlepool, and then we won the game against Grimsby. So let's see if we can keep that form up and make it 5 on the bounce without a defeat. Wrexham are going to have the early run in. We expect them to be a far better opposition than Grimsby were in the last game. Confidence is everything. But Hyde's put Bird in just 2 minutes in. Can he finish? That's a good save. Looks like we've got a different standard of goalkeeper to face today. It was a decent finish by Bird, but it saved. It's gone into Galafuco. He's been challenged. Bit of head tennis in the penalty area early on. We love that in the National League. Wrexham with the corner this time, and Diamond had a shot from 20 yards, but Walker holds that comfortably, as we would expect, to be honest. Only clear chance has been for us so far, but it was a good save by O'Brien. We can't be too angry with Bird, because the 2 games we have won this season, he's won them for us, with a brace and a hat-trick respectively. But they're coming forward again with Hooper, who's put it miles wide. I highlighted him as a target man before the game. His name rings a bell, and I know he's a decent player, and more importantly, he's got pace, which at this level can cause all sorts of trouble. They've tried to get it forward again, but we're clearing well. It's a similar start to the last game, actually, against Grimsby, where we were a bit defensive, but we held our shape well, and they didn't really have any clear-cut chances. But this time they have got in clearly, and Mitch Walker's had to make a great save for us. But it is at the expense of a corner. So let's see what they make from it. Hooper did win the header this time, but did nothing with it, and we were able to clear away. 10 minutes in, we're looking a bit more worried in this game. They've certainly been the better side so far, and more importantly, they've carved us open once as well. The ball's headed away, and here they come again on the counter. It looks like they've just got so much pace going forward. We are in the top half now as we've got the alert there, but Parry with a big clearance. That's how we play. Have it as long as you can, son. They're going to build another attack though, and it's just a matter of time as it looks at the minute. But Tracy's bringing it forward now. He tries to find Hyde, but it's lacking in quality, and we just haven't got that on that right hand side. We've only really got Hall on the left who can do that sort of thing and pick out a man. We're defending well, but it looks like a matter of time, and this time they have got in, and it's 1-0. The two men we pointed out before the game have done the damage. Aaron Cole with a brilliant ball in behind, and Hooper slots it away comfortably. They've looked too good for us, to be honest, and they're going to be promotion candidates at this rate. But Hall puts in a lovely cross which is cleared away, and again they've had time to bring it down 1-on-3, and Hooper's got himself in again. He's skinned the defender, and Mitch Walker's had to make another brilliant save. But this is so easy for them. They've had 3 clear-cut chances already, and the fact it's only 1-0 is only thanks to Mitch Walker at the minute. They've got another corner now as they build relentless pressure on us. They've got another ball into the box which we've headed away. We're dealing with them well, but in open play they're carving us open all over the place. Diamond's had his cross blocked, and they've got yet another corner, and we cannot get out of our half of the pitch. We can barely get out of the penalty area as Brundle just hoofs it out for a throw-in to get a little breather. Quarter of the way in now, we finally get a warning about Hooper, but closing him down probably means he's only going to run in behind us. He's got too much pace for our defence, and we haven't got any sub-defenders, so we can't do much about it. The only one we've got is that Spencer Adams, and he hasn't got any composure. And I presume that's what 1 means. Hooper's in again, and Mitch Walker holds it at a second attempt. It's really looking negative for us. I think all of the optimism from the last one's got to go. But we have got to face we're expected to finish in the bottom half, and this lot are expected to be right up there. And they're actually playing like it, unlike Grimsby, as Hooper surges through our back 4 again. He gets wide to the left. They've crossed it in. They've got 2-on-1, and they've scored again. It's 2-0. Aaron Williams this time. I'm sure he was a Peterborough kid as well. But they're running riot, to be honest. We don't deserve it, and it could end up being 2 4-0s in the episode. 1 win, 1 defeat. Senior's throw to Hull. Can we build something? He's hoofed it in long, but look at the pace difference. I mean, Hyde and Hall Johnson started at the same place. Ryan Hull's coming forward on the left though. It was a poor clearance. He's got it in, but it's headed away. Hyde finds Tracy in space, but I don't know if that's a shot or a cross. They've indicated it was a shot, which makes it even worse, to be honest. Senior with the throw. We're building a couple of attacks now. The cross into Bird, and he scored again. He seems to be scoring every chance that falls his way at the minute. He did have 1 saved early in the game, but 3 in the last game against Grimsby, and 1 today. He is looking on top form, but it's straight down the other end with Wrexham, and they've had a shot. But we're in the game if we can keep it to this score at half time. I don't know the chances of that, the way Hooper's playing in behind. And as they come forward again, Hooper brings it down, and they're just all over us. It looked like they were the only 2 attacks we were getting, but Bird's got it from the wing back. Hyde finds Brundle, who won it originally, and his shot's tipped wide by O'Brien. That's better on the counter attack where we play our best. The 2 big men holding it up, and Brundle running off in midfield. The corner comes in, but it's cleared away only as far as Brundle. He's been forced backwards to Ashby. Can he build a good pass? It's blocked. It's really poor, to be honest. He's not been great so far this season. We haven't seen him spraying the passes as well as he had last season. Pike clears the ball to Bird. Can we get him behind? We can't. And it's cleared away and the highlight ends. Wrexham have got another corner. This is all action, this game. I feel like there's been so many highlights. Diamond on the edge into Hooper, and Walker with another brilliant save. He must have made at least 3 now in this half already, and he's the reason we're not out of this already. Here we go again. Diamond with the shot, and it's a mile wide this time. That's more like it for us. But we've really struggled in this half against a team that are undoubtedly going to be up there. They're going top as it stands with this win, so we have to accept that they're a good side, and they've probably got a budget out of our league considering the players they've got on the pitch. But that is about half time. We're only 2-1 down, so we've still got a chance. Reminds me a bit of a game against Hartlepool last season on camera where we were 2-0 down and then just came flying out the traps. But the boys have been given the run around in this half, so that might be a bit too asked. We've asked for more from them. They should be fairly confident from Grimsby still, so let's see if we can make a difference in this half. Mitch Walker's got the ball, a bit cheeky with the control there. I thought he would have picked it up, and he has now. I don't know why he's time wasting. What are you doing, son? Oh dear, Parry's going to bring it forward. He's found Ryan Hall on the left, up to Hyde. He wins a flick on at last, but it's headed away, and now they're countering us again. And they always seem to have 3-on-3. Norton's in this time, and Mitch Walker yet again makes the save for us. And I don't know how we're not more down. It's only Mitch Walker. They've had 4 clear-cut chances now, and we've only let in 2 goals. Walker's been in excellent form, to be perfectly honest. And they're bringing it away again. Senior wins a challenge this time. That's more like it. Brundle finds Hall on the left. Can he bring a bit of quality? He just plays the simple pass. But Brundle tries to put it in behind this time. We just haven't got that same quality in central midfield as that. You can just see they just slide them balls through and cut the defence like a knife through butter. And we have been on the receiving end of an onslaught in this game. Marks has got it in the corner flag though. Could we get a challenge in? No, we've just let them bring it out. That's too easy. The ball's going to be cleared, and it's fallen to Manny Parry, and first time hoof, but it finds Hyde this time. Cross into Bird, but he's lost out in the air. Brundle finds Hall again. Back to Brundle. Hyde's got it on the edge of the box, but he's looked a bit off the pace today, to be fair. He's lost possession a few times and not really got in front of goal. He's been not quite the same player as last season, ever since his injury last season, to be honest. Ryan Hall's bringing it over halfway. Long ball into Bird. He isn't on goal. He finds Hyde, and that's straight at the keeper. Illustrates our point that he's just not been good enough for us. And we're going to have to think about bringing a younger on for him who got a goal in the last game. We're at the hour mark, so we're at that time where we start to think about subs anyway. I don't know how much more Brundle's got in him, but he has been our best midfielder. Diamond has another shot from the corner, but it goes wide. I don't know why all the corners keep going to the edge of the box. Let's make the subs then. Tracy's had a poor game, but we've got no one to bring on for him. Who else we got? At least Senior's been good in this game. Got the assist for the goal. We're going to take off Jake Hyde. Bring a younger on. The 2 goal scorers from the last game can play up front together. I don't know what to do in midfield. We're going to bring Coventry on. I think we're going to take Ashby off and gamble on the fact that Brundle's been good enough and he's the captain. He should keep himself fit. Galifuco's had a poor game, so we'll bring on the man with absolutely no composure. I don't know if he's got a bit more pace, maybe. He has. He's got a bit of pace, so maybe he'll be able to deal with Hooper a bit better. It's just if he does win the ball back, I don't know if he'll be able to clear it confidently. But we make all 3 subs. I'm sure we'll regret it. Jack Senior gets his first yellow card for the club. Always an achievement for a defender when they join at non-league level. 20 minutes to go. No changes from our subs. They haven't made any impact, and we still haven't had a chance or a highlight since. We have created a few shots in this game, but it'd be fair to say that Wrexham have been the better side and probably deserve to be winning. I think they'll just deserve to nick it by the goal, but we have got a set piece with Coventry. Headed away, but straight back to him on the edge. The shot's blocked to Bird, and he's fluffed it, but he was offside. I hadn't noticed the flag, so I'm guessing that saved me a moment of optimism followed by devastation. We don't look like getting back into it. That's the only chance we've had since the subs were made. And Wrexham look completely comfortable. Senior heads away, but they're bringing it forward again. They've just slid it into Norton, but we have won it back this time. Wrexham bringing it forward again. Williams has his pass intercepted. And we're working hard. We just haven't quite got the quality in this game. And that's fair enough. As long as we're competing, we can't ask for much more. Senior's got it back. Can he find Hall? Coventry goes away. Bird's got to hold it. He finds a younger. He's in on goal. Can he finish it? He does. We're going to nick a point by the looks of it. A younger with a lovely celebration. Looks a bit like Lamana Lualua with that one for a minute. We are somehow level against Wrexham. I don't know how. We've been outplayed. Now, hang on a minute. They've changed formation. It's time for the head coach to get his tactical head on. They've got 3 at the back playing narrow, so let's get the ball wide. Get Hall to take him on. We're going to be more disciplined as well just because they've got men up top. And we'll try and bypass the midfield still. Let's get back into it, see what happens. Bird, can he win the header? He does to a younger. He skins his man and shoots. And O'Brien saves. And suddenly we look like the team who might be able to nick a winner here. But as I say, that Wrexham crossed the ball. Coventry's clearance falls straight to Norton and his shot was wide. But I'm a bit concerned he was completely unmarked 20 yards out. Long goal kick, but it's coming straight back at us now. They've got the 3-on-3. Angus has got in and Spencer Adams was just standing in the middle of midfield for some reason. 3 minutes of stoppage time to go and we've got to think about going defensive now. Younger's bringing it forward to Bird and if we score a goal we'll be going as defensive as you can. But they're in. Angus goes through on goal and oh, what's the keeper doing? He just stood on the other side of the goal and said pass it in. And all of the hard work's been undone. Oh, we're going to go attacking just to see if we can nick an equaliser. Oh, I kind of wish it had just stayed 2-1 now. We wouldn't have been too concerned then. But as we got that bit of hope, and then suddenly we've let in the goal, it's going to be the last time I bring Spencer Adams on through choice because he's been caught out positionally for both of them. He's just stood there and let it go past. Angus has given him a field day and Parry wins the tackle. Can we build one more chance? Younger's got a man to beat, but he has a shot on his straight at O'Brien. I tell you what, Ayunga's pushing for a start now. He's rated the same as Hyde, 2.5 star current ability, and Hyde's had a really poor season so far, so I'm not sure if the pace might even help us. But we have lost 3-2. It was a really decent performance. We put in a lot of effort, but we just lost to the better side. We've got a bit of a deficiency at centre half. We knew it before the season. If we had Matthew Casey here, we probably would have got a result in that game. I've got to look at Spencer Adams' positional sense. Apparently 12. I do not believe that for a single second. Right, we slip back into the bottom half. We are top of the bottom half and above our season expectation of 17th, but 11 points from 9 games. It's a decent start. Grimsby are still rock bottom with another defeat on 4 points. We're still closer to the bottom than the top, so we can't be looking up just yet, but it's not been a terrible start to the season. And that episode probably went better than I expected. I was expecting 1 nicked point at best. A couple of good performances. Seniors look to be settling in well. So Wrexham do go top of the league, but that is all from this one. If you have enjoyed it, please chuck a thumbs up on there. Subscribe to the channel and put that notification bell on for regular content from the head coach every Monday to Thursday at 4:30 p.m, as well as our Golden Generation save on Saturday and Sundays at the same time. Thank you for watching this one, and we look forward to seeing you next time.